before joining ACS and before joining Advaita Conscious Society, uh, what were some of the challenges, and what was something that was holding you back, which which made you take up this journey and come here?
Yeah, well, I was really, really stressed because I work with challenging children in schools, and I think this child that I was working with and his mother, it really tested me as a person,
Mhm.
and working with them was extremely stressful, and I think it just made me look at myself a little bit more, like, what am I doing? Who am I?
Mm.
Because I was unhappy, and that
Mm.
situation, that work situation that I was in, was making me feel more unhappy and more stressed. And it just felt like you make progress in one part of your life, but then, other things just, it sort of feels like it's
Mm.
crumbling around you. So then I just felt like I was stuck in a place, or I was going around in circles and wasn't really
Mm.
getting it. I think that's why
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
joined.
And that particular thing, like how did your work and that stress affected other areas of your life, with your relationships and other parts of the life?
Yeah, it definitely affected how my interactions with my family. Also, I was more tired and exhausted, like mentally, and that made it difficult at home as well for me. And I felt like I had to try and do more things to try and recover myself, because I just
Mm.
felt tired and stressed all the time. Yeah.
Mm. And there are so many things in the world, right? There are so many paths and so many things that we see in the world. What made you feel, and what made you join ACS, and what made you feel this is the right place for you initially?
Funny enough, I was having a conversation about how stressed I felt and some of the problems I was having with somebody that I know,
Mm.
and he recommended something for me, but I wasn't sure, and it was like I just went onto YouTube. I was looking for something else, and your video came up, and you just spoke about the exact thing that I was
Okay.
thinking about, and I was like, I've watched your videos before, but it had been a while, and the
Mm.
YouTube was there recommending you, and you was talking about the thing, and then I saw that you had a course, and I was like, you know what, I think this must be
Mm.
God telling me to enroll on your course, because it was the exact thing that I felt like I needed. Like I needed
Mm.
some guidance. I needed to go back to like manifestation, but I didn't want to do it that other way, like, the secret and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
I felt like I needed something that I can resonate with,
Mm.
uh, and that is why I enrolled in your course.
At that point, right, every time we take a decision, at that point, for anyone, so many doubts come in, and especially now you understand the terminology and everything. Our old swabhava, it has a way, and it has a pattern which is in its comfort zone. Basically, our old swabhava is in a comfort zone, and whenever we try to stretch it and take a new decision in a, which is something unfamiliar to it, there is always a resistance, and that comes as doubts, and so many things happen. So what were some of the doubts that you went through, and how could you resolve it? Like, what did you feel when during that time?
Is it after I enrolled on the course, like the
No, no,
doubts?
before, like, what are some of the doubts that you went through, your old swabhava, and yeah.
Um, yeah, I like, as I was saying to you before, I felt a lot of guilt because of like my family situation. So that made me feel like I didn't deserve things. I
Hmm.
didn't deserve to complain about things. And I think that was a large part of why I was struggling so much, is because I had a negative view of myself.
Hmm.
And in my childhood as well, I grew up, I had a difficult relationship with my mother, and that
Hmm.
also made me have like a doubt on myself, who I am as a person, all these kind of things. So those were the things that were
Hmm.
there. Although I felt like I'd gotten rid of a lot of it, but I think I didn't. But I thought that I did. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't go deep
Hmm.
enough to like.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
specifically regarding conscious creation and ACS,
I
that
think those
regarding
things,
that the doubts, huh?
yeah, those things affected me because then it felt like I didn't
Hmm.
deserve the abundance and I didn't deserve
Hmm.
the things that I
Hmm.
wanted. So I was
Correct.
blocking myself from having the things
Hmm.
that I wanted.
Hmm. Correct. And then that doubts, like what made you switch and like make that decision?
Well, I'm a very optimistic person and I'm always
Hmm.
looking to better myself and do more. And of how, I don't know, I just, something just said, go for it.
Th-
So when I
hmm.
enrolled, I didn't have any doubt. Like when I make a decision that I'm going to do something, there's that bit in your head that says that this is for you. So I
Hmm.
just did it because I knew that this is for me. Because yeah, sometimes I get like that, like something just tells you,
Intuition.
yeah, do this, do that, no, no, and then you just follow it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so far, right? How has been your experience working with ACS and going through this journey?
It's been brilliant actually because it's been so freeing for me. Because I'm not really a social media person at all, but I have been
Hmm.
posting personal things sometimes inside of the app. But it's mainly
Inside the
because,
community. Yeah.
yes, yeah, because mainly because I'd like to keep myself accountable to myself. So that's why I post things, also to remind myself and maybe help other people's along the way. I'd like to hear other people's stories. It's motivating to hear other people's stories as well. So I'm hoping it can help other people at the
Hmm.
same time.
Hmm.
As I said, I've realized some of the mistakes that I was making in my thought patterns.
Hmm.
Um, I was having a very difficult time with my husband as I kept
Hmm.
going on and on to you
Hmm.
and to
Yeah.
people I could tell. But I
Yeah.
realized that, he made some mistakes, obviously, but then, like, as you say, you have to be responsible for your own actions and where you are in life. And it made me
Correct.
realize that, I
Hmm.
can't keep being angry at him. Like, I have to be responsible for
Hmm.
my part. Like I allowed certain things to happen. I just stood back and let that happen and
Hmm.
let that happen. And I didn't uh, be someone that is like strong and makes decisions and stick to them. I allowed other people to make the decisions and just followed my husband with whatever he said,
Hmm.
kind of. And it's like, okay, now
Yeah.
you know, you've got to be decisive. You've got to speak your mind. Like
Hmm.
relationships is a two-way thing.
Hmm.
It's a teamwork, and
Correct.
um,
Hmm.
it has to keep going like that. And I've got to
Hmm.
see my power inside of it because there is a lot that I have to offer. There's a lot that I have to give,
Hmm.
um, and I've found my husband as I've sort of let go of the resentment and the anger that I had towards him, and I've just become neutral. If he does things that I don't like, I just tell myself that I have a husband who listens to me, who respects
Hmm.
me, who does what I want him to do, those kind of
Hmm.
things. I just keep telling myself over and over because it will happen, because my
Correct.
husband can be a bit difficult at times. Um,
Hmm.
I don't mean to moan about him.
Hmm. Correct. Correct.
But yeah, but it's like
Hmm.
relationships can be difficult
Hmm.
and can be tricky,
Correct.
and have been through lots of difficult things together.
Hmm. Yeah.
And just the maneuvering of all of that.
Yeah.
So, and I found that as I've changed my perception, I've let go of the resistance and the anger and that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
and I found that he's changed inside of it without me having to say anything to him. How he
Definitely.
responds to me, how he talks to me, it is different. It's more how I'd like it to be.
Hmm. Correct.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's been. nice just seeing him change without me saying anything. Just because I
Just
changed, he changed.
correct. That's how it works. And within ACS, there are many components, right? The primary program of conscious creation and the community and the live sessions. Like in your case, what helped you the most in all this, and like what you resonated with?
What helped me the most was with the conversations with you and Deepak. It really
Mm.
opened my mind. And then also the ideal life blueprint thing, just
Blueprint.
going through it. Yes, I'm just writing
Yeah.
things. I still haven't finished it because there's so much, but I have done most of it. Some of it I
Yeah.
wanted to think about it a bit more.
Mm.
But yeah, that has helped me.
You're going
Um,
through it every single day, like
yeah,
whenever
yeah,
you.
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
that
back.
definitely helps.
Yes, yeah.
Correct.
That's
Mm.
helped me a lot. It's helped me
Mm.
stay focused, remind
Mm.
myself of, you know, what I want to
Mm.
achieve, what my goals are, where I want to be. I have a great imagination, so I've been putting
Ah.
it to use. uh,
Mm.
so yeah,
Correct. And
yeah.
like, so how has your life changed or transformed so far? Of course, you posted a list in the community recently. I was taking a look at that, but before the list, like you had put a story, right? Like how you changed your swabhava by changing your name. Can you just take us through that story of what happened after that call and that whatever that experience that you had with your doctor?
Yes, yes. So a part of the ideal life blueprint was writing about my, my ideal life, and I've always wanted to uh, change my name at some point, something that reflects me more. So the
Uh,
name I picked was Shivani because there's a lady on YouTube. Is it Dr. BK Shivani? And I like listening to her, and
okay.
she inspires me. And I like the meaning of the name as well because I am a Shiva devotee.
Debut.
So that's why I picked that name. And very soon after, like writing in my ideal life blueprint, I had a doctor's optician's appointment. So I went to the optician appointment, and the
Mhm.
optician was called Shivani, and I was like
Mm.
shocked because I've never met anybody in real life called
Mm.
Shivani. And we have lots of Indian people here. I've never met anybody with that name ever. So I was
Mm.
quite shocked. I was so excited, but I didn't say anything to the optician because I didn't want her to think I was crazy or anything. So I was
Yeah,
just
correct.
excitedly sat there, and I was like,
Mm.
wow, like I met someone with that name, and that's the name that I picked for myself. And it can't be a coincidence. And that, yeah, my eyesight has improved as well. And so that was great. That was a massive bonus for me because I've been
Yeah.
doing like eye exercises and stuff, and I wasn't even thinking that it would have any effect or anything. But
Mm.
yeah, so that happened.
Yeah.
That
From how many years did you have that eye issues with you?
oh, I've had this eye issue since I was like 13, 14 years old, so
Okay.
20,
So,
so a long time.
okay, okay. So at that moment you realize that it's better. Like,
Yes, as I've never been to the optician, and they said that your eyes are better. So
okay,
and they improved quite a bit. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then I've met someone called Shivani with the name that I
correct,
wanted, and
correct.
yeah,
And I just want you to go all in on that name and that identity shift. I will give you the scientific reason behind it. You in the onboarding session we discussed an anchor that you got your rudraksh or something, but then the idea behind it, I explained it to you. It's like wearing that new identity, right? But
mm,
in ancient India, in Sanatana Dharma, when someone takes sannyasa, right, like when they give up this life and devote their life for spirituality and their evolution, gurus of those disciples change their names, right? They change their names because our old beliefs and old patterns, our old thought forms, everything is tied to that name, that old name. Once we change our name, that has a very profound scientific, like deep spiritual science behind it, where the new name is fresh. We can assign different meaning to it, a different outlook to it. And so that is what you did unconsciously. You didn't know this was happening, but like when you changed your name, you changed the person that you are. And once you changed as a person, of course the reality had to change. There is no way that it could not. That's what's been happening. And just continue in that path, where go all in on that new identity, which can get to that ideal life.
I would like to. I'm a little bit like hesitant to introduce myself to people
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Shivani, but it would
No,
be
at
nice.
least, yeah, at least for now, internally become that person. Like, yeah,
Yes, yeah, I am. Yeah, to myself, I am. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Now, apart from this, like, briefly, if you can, what are all the transformations that you saw through this journey?
Mm. So yes, as I said, a big change in my like beliefs and the stories and the things that I tell myself. A lot more positive now. I'm open. Like I didn't really like affirmations and things like that before, but now I'm listening to the affirmations. As I said, I've started to record my own affirmations and hear myself
A-
speaking.
And ACS code is a part of that, right? The
Yeah,
affirmations that we have given. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's like conscious. Yeah, they are not. These are not typical affirmations, but it is. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, because before I didn't really like affirmations or care for them or anything at all. So I was
correct,
resistant to affirmations in the beginning. But now I don't repeat them. I just like to hear them in the background. And
correct.
they're very helpful for helping me to reprogram my mind, or when thoughts come in my head,
Mm,
I can just put the affirmation in there instead, say something positive rather
mm,
than staying in a negative place that is not going to help me. Yeah, my relationship, especially with my husband, has changed because that was a very big thing for me, and that was something that was causing me a lot of stress mentally because I felt like we had become separated, like where we was
mm,
mentally and things that we
mm,
wanted from life. But now I feel like I've been able to adjust to that change. And I'm happy where we are.
mm,
Um, my husband is not someone who follows Vedanta, whereas I am, and I was
mm,
struggling with that because we was in different places. So this course has definitely helped me to make my peace with that as well, and to be able to live with
mm,
him and not have that mental struggle for me to take responsibility, because I don't think I really not truly, wasn't really truly
mm,
taking responsibility for things.
mm,
So that brought me to that. Before, because I'm looking for a job at the moment, I wasn't getting anywhere in the job market.
mm,
Now I've got loads of interviews now. I've been getting tons of
mm,
interviews, whereas before I didn't
mm.
have any. I was applying and applying. I wasn't hearing back from anybody. It was silent. Now I've got two interviews next week. So
Great.
yeah, so that's very happy for me.
Yeah, great.
So yeah, so that's why I said like the abundance is slowly coming. It's coming.
Yeah, correct.
Uh,
And if you observe carefully, if when you go through this process, it's not just one area of your life that transforms. It has a side effect on all areas of your life. Even if you focus on one area, every area will unfold in the ideal way.
mm, yes.
That's what.
I think those are the main things
Yeah.
that change, and yeah, I feel like also I've opened myself up, like mentally, to things that I wasn't allowing before, like,
Mm,
and I feel like I want to participate in things that I didn't want to participate. I want to
mm,
give things a go that I didn't want to try before.
mm,
Before me was
yeah.
like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go there. You know,
Mm,
now I want to do things more for myself.
mm,
Um, yeah, I'm open to trying new things. Sometimes, if
correct.
opportunity comes my way,
Mm,
there was something I would have said no, but now I'm like, The old me
Mm.
would have said no, but the new me is going to take this opportunity because who knows what it could lead to, you know.
Correct.
So I'm trying new
Yeah.
things.
And if there is someone who's there in a place where you were many months ago, who's trying to make a decision to join ACS and to go through this journey with conscious creation or not, what would you say to someone like that?
I tell them to definitely give it a go because for me it's been life changing. Like so many things in my life have changed, and I've still haven't even completed the course yet. 'Cause I've
Correct.
just really taken my time and been slow with it because even inside of the course, there's been things that have made me really stop and think about things. So then I want to
Mm.
take my time with it. I want to go and research. I want to go and look. So there's that because I really want to make this change. Like I don't want to go back to the old me. So if I would really recommend people to join it, to take their time going through the course. Like there's a lot of courses in the beginning, like the ideal life
Mm.
blueprint,
Blueprint.
conscious creation.
Mm.
Yeah, there's quite a few to go through in the
Mm.
beginning, but they're all
Correct.
worth it. And especially
Mm.
writing down like some of the
Mm.
ideas that you give of like writing down your ideal life and the
Mm.
booklet that you've given is very detailed. And there's things in there that if I was to do this myself, I wouldn't have thought of including it
Correct.
inside the booklet. So there's a lot of information in there. There's a lot of things to make you think, for you to put
Mm.
down, for you to come back
Mm.
to. It's really nice having that and to look back on it every single day. There's a lot of help and
Mm.
guidance that you guys give. The
Mm.
community is very supportive, um,
Yeah.
nice people. So
Yeah.
I
Correct.
definitely recommend it to
Yeah.
anyone. ACS has allowed me to become more free, like mentally free, and that has
Mm.
allowed a lot more opportunities and a lot more things to come my way that I wouldn't
Mm.
have had, and the
Mm.
realizations that I've had if I didn't have the ACS, if I
Mm.
didn't roll on it, I would still be where I was, and I still wouldn't have known that I've got those blockages or that I'm preventing myself from abundance. So it has
Right.
benefited me greatly.